current climate, whenever you call a company up or you go and hand in your CV, them, okay, we'll call you. You really never hear from them. In the end, I decided that I would get the yellow pages and call up every single practice in West Sussex and ask them if they had vacancies. All of them had negative responses. They weren't recruiting, they weren't looking for people to work. Until one day I got an anonymous call from a practice. I don't actually remember calling them up, but their manager called me and they said, oh, we're here, you're looking for a job in a dental practice. When would you be willing to start? I said to her, where did you get my number from? She's like, oh no, we found your CV on this some jobs website. And I've forgotten about that website from ages ago. I totally forgot about it. So they said, we'll train you in-house and you don't have to worry about paying for the course. So that meant experience, knowledge.
Amen.
This sounded too good to be true. First, a job, I'd be getting some sort of income. I would have to be asking Kay every time, oh, I need some money for this and I need some money for that. Secondly, they would train me for free. I didn't have to pay a single penny. So I spoke to the boss for some time over email for a time, explaining why I would want to work for him, and he finally offered me an interview. However, this was approaching winter time, around December time, and the snow fell quite hard in 2009, and it disrupted the interview. So every time he asked me to go for an interview, the snow would fall and we'd have to postpone it for the next week. Or his car would break down, or he wasn't in at work for him to do the interview with me. So every time this interview was supposed to happen, something would come up. Anyway, January came and I still hadn't gone, and I was losing hope at this point. These guys had called me from nowhere, offered me a job, and then every time they called me for an interview, something happens. I was getting really, really frustrated at this point. My boss sent me another email first week of January and asked me to come for another interview. It was still snowing, and I thought, how should I get there in the weather when there's no transport? We had no trains running at the time. The snow fell really, really heavily. So the day of the interview came in, I had prayed it wouldn't snow, but our lovely British weather, ever so kind, it snowed. And I thought, oh, I can't be bothered. The interview was meant to be at 1 o'clock, and I woke up that day. I woke up very early thinking I was going to go for the interview. 10 o'clock came, I hadn't eaten my breakfast, I hadn't showered, I wasn't even ready, my suit wasn't prepared. And I thought, I can't be bothered to go after I've been through all these other interviews and nothing's been successful, I probably just won't go. So I was sitting there, 12 o'clock came, and I knew my interview was at 1 o'clock. I hadn't even called the people that I won't be able to make it or anything. It takes me an hour to get to work. The interview was at 1 o'clock. And mind you, bear in mind, it was snowing as well. 12:15 came, hadn't called them, I wasn't ready, hadn't showered. 12:30, I thought, okay, well, I'll change my mind, I'll go. What can I lose from going? So I got ready in a rush and started making my way to the station, and the train I was meant to catch was at 12:45. Before I left the house, as I left the house, because there were no buses, I had to walk from my house to the station. So as I was walking, I started praying. I said, God, if you want me to have this job, then you will make a way for me, you will pave a way for me, you open this door for me. And even though I know I'm running late and I've sort of been a bit hesitant, even then I know you will come through for me. So I looked at the train time. The train I was meant to catch was at 12:45, and I was running extremely late. With the weather as well, there was no telling how long the next train would come. I arrived at the station at 12:50. I thought I'd missed my train, so I got to the platform and my train was supposed to have left at 12:45.